Is the most dangerous weapon in the American League currently hiding in plain sight, disguised by a half-season of mediocrity? Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are focusing on a storyline that is flying under the radar, but could determine the fate of the 2026 World Series. We are talking about the New York Yankees and their high-octane, flame-throwing reliever, Camilo Doval. You remember the trade deadline last year, right? It was chaos. Brian Cashman pushed his chips into the center of the table, sending a package of 4 prospects to the San Francisco Giants to acquire a legitimate closer. It was the kind of move that screams championship or bust. But let's be honest with each other. The initial returns were terrifying. When Doval arrived in the Bronx, he didn't look like the demon of the 9th inning we saw by the Bay. He looked human. A 4.82 ERA in pinstripes? That is not what you pay a premium for. The control was shaky, the command was loose, and the fans were nervous. But here is the critical context that everyone is missing. Doval is now entering his first full season with the Yankees. He has had an entire winter to work with the Yankees pitching lab. He has had time to decompress from the shock of a mid-season trade. And most importantly, he is under team control through 2027. This wasn't a rental. This was an acquisition of a cornerstone piece. The narrative right now is cautious optimism, but I am here to tell you that the ceiling for Camilo Doval in 2026 is best reliever in baseball. The Yankees don't just need him to be good, they need him to be the anchor. With the offense looking like a juggernaut and the rotation stabilized, the bullpen remains the volatile variable. Can Doval fix the walk issues that have plagued him? Can he handle the pressure of the Bronx when the game is on the line? Or was giving up 4 prospects a massive miscalculation? We are about to break down why Camilo Doval's redemption arc is the most important story of the spring. To truly understand the potential of Camilo Doval, we have to step back and look at the history of elite relievers transitioning to New York. It is a tale of 2 cities. For every Mariano Rivera who thrives under the pressure, there is a Sonny Gray or a struggling Aroldis Chapman who finds the bright lights blinding. Doval's pedigree is undeniable. In 2022, he was a force of nature for the Giants. We are talking about a 2.53 ERA, nearly 2, 0's OWAR, and a cutter that moved like a wiffle ball at 102 miles per hour. He followed that up with another dominant campaign in 2023, posting a 2.93 ERA and locking down saves with ease. That is the player the Yankees traded for. That is the proven commodity. But let's analyze the trade deadline hangover. It is a real phenomenon. When a player is uprooted mid-season, changes time zones, learns a new catcher, and tries to impress a new fan base immediately, performance often dips. Doval appeared in 22 games for the Yankees last year but threw only 18.2 innings. That usage pattern was erratic compared to his structured role in San Francisco. He went from being the guy to being a guy in a bullpen trying to figure itself out. The spike in ERA from 3.09 with the Giants to 4.82 with the Yankees is alarming on paper, but statistically, it's a small sample size heavily influenced by a few bad outings. Historically, the Yankees have had massive success reclaiming relievers who have elite stuff but struggle with command. Look at what Matt Blake did with Clay Holmes. Look at the resurgence of Tommy Conley. The Yankees' pitching infrastructure is designed exactly for a pitcher like Doval, someone with 80-grade stuff who just needs a tweak in mechanics or pitch selection. The fact that he is 28 years old means he is squarely in his physical prime. He isn't an aging veteran trying to hang on. He is an elite athlete who just needs to recalibrate. The comparison here isn't a washed-up closer. It's a Ferrari that just needs a tune-up after being driven cross-country. Now let's get into the metrics that will define his 2026 season. The single most terrifying number in Doval's profile is the walk rate, BB%. For back-to-back years, he has been in the bottom 3% of the league in walks. That is playing with fire. In the National League West, with spacious ballparks like Oracle Park and Petco Park, you can get away with a walk because the fly balls stay in the yard. In the American League East, in Yankee Stadium, a walk is a death sentence. A walk turns a solo shot into a 2-run deficit. This is the cap hit to his reliability. If he cannot throw strikes, Aaron Boone cannot trust him in high-leverage spots. However, let's project the positive regression. The Yankees are likely to start the season using Doval in a fireman role, the 7th or 8th inning, rather than thrusting him immediately into the closer spot. This is a brilliant tactical adjustment. It allows him to build confidence without the game-over pressure of the 9th. If he dominates the 8th inning for 2 months, the transition back to closer becomes organic. Imagine a bullpen hierarchy where you have Luke Weaver or another arm for the 9th. but you unleash Doval to face the heart of the order in the 8th. His velocity and movement are nightmares for hitters seeing him for the first time in a game. Furthermore, we have to talk about the stuff. Doval's slider is one of the best pitches in baseball when it's on. The Yankees' analytics department will likely have him focus on tunneling that slider off his cutter more effectively. If he can induce more chases out of the zone, the walk rate becomes irrelevant because hitters will be swinging at ball 4. The projection here is simple. If Doval cuts his walk rate even to league average, his ERA drops below 3.00 immediately. If he doesn't, he becomes a very expensive middle reliever. The Yankees are banking on the former. They need him to be the bridge. If the rotation gives them 6 innings, Doval and the closer need to lock down the final 9 outs. That is the formula for a World Series run. So, where does this leave us? We are staring at the most pivotal season of Camilo Doval's career. The Yankees paid a steep price, 4 prospects, because they saw a championship-caliber arm. Now, it is time to collect on that investment. Doval enters 2026 not as a rental, but as a key piece of the puzzle, under team control and with a full offseason of preparation under his belt. The excuses of acclamation are gone. It is time to perform. For the Yankees, Doval represents the difference between a bullpen that bends and a bullpen that breaks. If he returns to his 2022 form, the Yankees have a 3-headed monster at the back of the bullpen that can shorten games and demoralize opponents. If he struggles, the pressure on the rest of the staff becomes unbearable. This is the high-stakes poker game of Major League Baseball, and the Yankees are all in on Camilo Doval. Now, I need you to be the manager. I want you to flood the comment section right now. Do you trust Camilo Doval with a 1-run lead in the 8th inning against the Astros? Do you think the Yankees can fix his control issues, or is he destined to be a wild card forever? Let's get a heated debate going down there. I read every single comment. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Yankees bullpen situation, do me a favor. Smash that like button until it breaks, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. We are covering every pitch, every trade, and every rumor of the 2026 season. Don't miss out. I'll see you in the next video.